Wait.
Thank you, John.
All right, one city school district is closing the book on any materials in the classroom that question or deny climate change. The board in Portland, Oregon, unanimously approving a resolution that calls for removing books and course materials that suggest climate change doesn't exist or that people are not at fault for it. Here's a teacher who helped come up with the policy.
Second paragraph starts with a sentence that not all scientists agree with the theory of the greenhouse effect, which is just factually wrong. I think it does take a certain amount of courage to say that our responsibility to future, to the generations that are growing up and even unborn generations is greater than any sort of risk, any sort of backlash that will come.
Some parents are reportedly against the plan. This district says the next step will be implementing the plan and coming up with a curriculum that addresses climate change and climate justice.
Like buying his new book, by the way.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Right?
Do you know what climate justice is, first off?
Yeah, no.
Does anybody
I'm a
know
lawyer
what
and I don't know what climate justice is.
Am I going to get locked up or something like that?
All you do is slap the word justice onto any politicized term,
and it's
a dog whistle for the left. I mean, economic justice. And now we've got climate justice. I mean, but that's exactly what it is. And it's so anti-scientific. Are you really teaching kids about science and the scientific method? Are there skeptics?
Yeah, I mean, aren't students supposed to learn how to ask questions? And now you can't read a book that asks questions.
Your pre-TSA status to get past the line and fly to Oregon.
Do I still have TSA pre-check?
I think you do.
Okay, do not revoke that.
You got to go and do one of your campusy things.
I think I'm ready to go. I think I'd make a fool out of that teacher right there.
Yeah.
But can I go back to this point? I mean, as a parent, how would I not be that he's not pushing his own agenda to profit off of this? He's published a textbook called The People's Curriculum for the Earth and could definitely gain from this new policy. I would be very surprised.
That's actually a very good point, Sandra. I think it's a complete and total conflict of interest for this teacher to have a monetized opportunity here.
Throw away all those textbooks. Buy mine.
But even if there was no book at play, I still have a problem with it, although I was taught around climate justice issues and things like that, and I have my beliefs. What is wrong with encouraging dialogue, questioning, intellect? People don't know how to disagree in this country anymore, and we're not teaching kids to know how to do that either.
Because those are the words that he had a problem with, Jesse, words that were used in the books like might and may and could.
Really?
Those are his words.
You can't say he or she anymore.
Yeah.
It's just some random.
Well, I mean, he talks about climate change and climate science as though it's a universal, as though it's an objective fact. When there are still scientists, believe it or not, out there who say, no, we still have to look at the data, and it's impossible to predict how the climate is going to change over hundreds or thousands of years. I mean, that's been one of the biggest issues.
So getting out of the Ice Age, how did the Earth warm up after the Ice Age? There were no humans there with cars and factories. I mean, how did things warm up? These are questions that only I have the answer to. I should be teaching these courses.
Wow.
These aren't that hard.
I see a lot of professors.
It gets hot, it gets cold. This spring has been freezing. It's not getting warmer. It seems like it's getting colder. Am I wrong?
That's the problem, though, right? We want a conclusion around this thing on both sides so bad that we are willing to forego letting it really run its course and doing our due diligence to find out what's going on.
I don't think they want a conclusion. They want to just shut people down.
What if, every year something changes because of the preceding year? I mean, what if the scientists may agree in 2016, but they can't agree in 2017? That's why you've got to continue to watch and see.
What if there are other aspects of Portland Public Schools that are grossly limiting academic thought? What if there are other areas? What if
Jesse,
this is just the tip of the iceberg?
I know. I think I'm going to wait in line.
And take your umbrella. It rains a lot, but maybe that's changing.
That's right. Portland, I'm coming for you. More Outnumbered in just a moment.